So you can have a taste of his manhood today and feel it, and he's working. You can go into marriage tomorrow and something can still happen and make it not to work. Life is of the best, darling. Hi, what up, guys? Good day and welcome back to the channel. My name is Fabrice. And just in case you're bumping into this channel for the first time, I am blessed with supernatural wisdom to provide solutions to you, regardless of your class, regardless of your status, regardless of your gender. I am going to be answering a few questions and preferring solutions to some people's problems today. So stay tuned, and just in case you're joining us for the first time, do well to subscribe. So quickly, let's delve into what we have for today. Cheers. First message for today. Good day, sir. My sister's newly married husband was discovered to have weak erection on her wedding night, and they have been having issues. Currently, a Christian brother is coming for me in marriage. Please don't judge me. I really don't want to experience what my sister is been through. I wish to know if it is bad for me to have a taste of his manhood, to feel it, and be sure it's working. Cause that my sister's husband also claimed all is well with him, and they even had a medical report to prove this. So you see, if you want to go into a marriage that is godly and you're a Christian, it is best to go into that marriage with a bed on the fire. You having a taste of his manhood, you having a taste or a feel to check if it's working doesn't mean that's final. Why I'm saying this is this. You see, some persons got into marriage, knowing that their partners are sexually active. Some of them, their partners were like in very healthy condition when it comes to their body parts. And then tomorrow, something happens, and all of a sudden, the person is not the way you used to know him or her. So you can have a taste of his manhood today and feel it, and he's working. You can go into marriage tomorrow and something can still happen and make it not to work. It could be a chronic illness, it could be just an accident, it could be one thing or the other, and it's no longer working as you used to know. Are you going to leave the marriage? You're not going to leave the marriage. So that's why I will always ask you to do the one that you need to do as a person, which is you can go with a person to do a fertility test. So do some other tests, infection tests. That is cool also, but that is not final because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, rulers of darkness in high places. And there is still so much more. There's still so much more to the spirituality of your marriage. So even after you're done with your fertility test and the doctor says, oh, I've checked and everything is fine, it's still not final. Why do I say it's not final? I have a case in my DM of someone who, after their fertility test, everything was proven to be normal. They got married, and on their wedding night, the man could not perform his sexual responsibilities. Now, that doesn't mean that the doctor is wrong, but there is more to life than what we know. So I would advise, if you are a Christian, you do what you need to do as human, and then you run back to God who gave you the man or the woman, and then tell him, Father, this is what I do not want for myself, and this is what I want as your daughter. And believe me, it works, because the way marriage should be is God, the husband, the wife. God should be the center of any relationship and any marriage you're getting into, so long you're a Christian and you want to uphold the godly virtues of a good marriage. Thank you. So let's get over to the second question. The next one says, been waiting for this all my life, bro. Thanks for this platform. I met my fiance months ago in a fellowship. We connected and agreed to no sex until marriage. Somehow, last 2 months, after introducing me to his mom, started persuading me to have sex with him. That is just to be sure that I'm fertile, and that shouldn't be a problem if I love him as I claim. Our wedding is supposed to be in July. Wow. Please, I'm fed up now as he's threatening to leave. What should I do? This is a very dicey one. Um, I understand that feeling of having walked a mile with someone and then the person is just going to let you go, or the person is threatening to leave you. But I'm going to tell you something really, really sincere. Sweetheart, you deserve the very best. I know what it feels like. You've invested time, energy, resources, and the person just wants to pull off. Please, honey, if the fertility test being done in hospitals cannot prove that to him, let him go out there and pick a single mother who has a proof already. And you don't want to marry a mommy's boy. That is the worst thing that will ever happen to you. A man should be decisive. A man who has a problem of indecision is going to lead you astray. He's going to lead you into serious problems. Don't allow an indecisive man to pressure you into making stupid decisions. If you love me, you need to prove it, a number of things. Really? If I love you, I should allow you to have sex with me? Ask them if they love their mom. Ask them if they love their sisters. Then ask him, has he proven his love to his sisters and to his mom? If he has not proven it to them, darling, let him go prove it to them before proving it to you. So, sex is not to prove love. If you're going to have sex, let it not be to prove love. Let it not be to prove love. Let it be that you just want to go and have sex. So don't bring in that manipulative sentence or to prove if you love me. No. Good morning, bro. I'm in deep mess. A girl I was dating in my local assembly paid me a visit one time and we had sex. I like the feeling even when I know it's wrong. But somehow I kept going back until one day I had a message from Apostle Suleiman that made me have a rethink. I called her and told her that this is really bad and that I wasn't going to do it anymore. The guilt was obvious all around me. She asked if I was calling off the relationship too. I said we should just hold this relationship as I can't get my head around what we were doing. 2 days later, I got a call from my pastor to be in a meeting with him on Saturday. It was kind of strange to me on getting to church. I met Nature, two other ladies, and my pastor in his office. He sat me down, and that was the worst day of my life. He asked me my reason for raping Nature and mentally manipulating her for more. I was really confused. It happened that the story had changed. No one believed me. I feel humiliated and very depressed every time I go to church. I feel like the ground should open up. I feel like an outcast the way they look at me and treat me. So please, I am just standing in between the option of stopping church and just changing church. But they will think it's true, as she said. Please help me, please. This is crazy. But you see, I've walked this part. Maybe not this exact part, but I've walked this part. I know how it feels when somebody lies against you, especially when somebody who you had a mutual agreement, a mutual, stuff with. Somebody who wants to have you do certain things and you do not want to do it again. I know how it feels, brother. This is what I'm going to tell you. Sincerely, time heals all boo-boos. Whatever is true over time will prove itself. You don't need to prove a point if you're sure this is what happened. You don't need to prove a point. You don't need to even kill yourself. You don't even need to be depressed. Now, this person has accused you wrongly. I understand what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be in a generation that is driven by emotions. I know what it feels like because I've been there. Bro, do not kill yourself. Do not flog yourself to death. You've gone to God. You've asked for forgiveness. This lady is trying to manipulate you to come back. And thank God you understood this. And I want to applaud you for that. At the same time, I do not want you to pick offenses over your pastor. See here, set your gaze on God. If you look unto man, you will cry. Because most of the times you get disappointed by their title. You get disappointed because you feel that the title represents the mantle. But the title doesn't mean that they have that mantle to dismantle that obstacle. Yeah, he's wrong, absolutely wrong. You know, he didn't do his investigation and he made his conclusion. He's wrong. I know how it feels. But bro, he's not God. Secondly, time heals all boo-boos. I tell you the truth, brother. Time heals all boo-boos. Whatever is true over time will stand. Over time, we will know what is true. You see, your case, I can relate. I have been accused wrongly by a lady as well. Conspired with people in my local assembly. And then some even started carrying face for me and all manner of things. But you see, you might not be like me, who is tough-skinned, who doesn't care. Like, you might not be like me. You might be somebody out there that words gets to you, people's actions gets to you. Sincerely, this should be a lesson to you. People will believe what they want to believe. You don't need to prove a point to anybody. What is true will come out over time. You see, there are some cases, some issues that the more you want to explain it, the more you indict yourself. So, when somebody calls you, start making explanations, start telling me how did this, please leave them. Don't tell them anything. The only people who you are accountable to are people who are responsible for the activities in your life. I'm telling you the truth. If not, you're going to be explaining something to a madman. You know what it feels like? Like you're on the road and you're having issues with somebody and you're explaining something to somebody only for you to discover it's a madman. You know what it feels like? That's the same thing that happens every time you're trying to explain an event that never happened the way they postulated it or the way they said it to people who are not responsible to the events that happen in your life. These people don't contribute anything, they don't do anything, but they all of a sudden heard that there is an issue, boom, they called you, come and explain, and you're explaining. They will take what they want to take. They believe what they want to believe. And it's not in your jurisdiction to turn their belief. I'm telling you the truth. Over time, what is true will turn their belief, will turn their narratives, will turn their perspective about you. So if you're leaving the church, should be solely because God asked you to leave. Again, if you're leaving the church, it's going to help you to heal mentally, psychologically. Please leave. But as you're leaving, ask God to direct you to the right place. And I want you to know that I love you, brother. I love you so much. Like, if they like, let them catch you in the act. I dey for you, my brother. If they like, let them catch you on the bed with that girl. I dey for you, brother. You see, you've made your mistake. And everyone out there, funny enough, including your pastor, has made his own mistake. Everybody. So I don't know why we always want to put like a clause on people who have made mistake, taking responsibility for their wrongs. And you still want to raise conspiracies to eliminate them. Even God is going to fight you. So please, brother, don't allow this get to you. Thank you. I love you. And if you're seeing this, please reach out to me. With this, I come to the end of the heart-to-heart session. I did for you, my brother. I did for you, my sister. Whatever you're passing through, you do not need to go through it alone. Let's go through it together. Let's do this together. One love. Cheers.
Thank you for watching. Please click on the subscribe button. Bye.